Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina. This story is sponsored by Horry County Solid Waste Authority.
All right, so it's St. Patrick's Day. Not really, but we're celebrating green anyways. We just recycling, green, talking trash. That's what you guys are all about.
Katie, it's our favorite month because we tie in the green with St. Patrick's Day, so go green. It's all the way around. Just good stuff, fun.
Okay, and we were talking about this earlier, but you guys oftentimes get gifts from students from years past.
Yes.
And you're wearing one right now. Tell me about
am.
it.
So this is a reused, recycled brooch. It's a clover, and if you notice that the middle of it is a Yoo-hoo cap. So recycling and reusing can be awesome, and it stands the test of time.
Love that.
Thank you.
And tell me again, what is the teacher game going to be today?
The teacher game today is an Irish jig. So we're going to be, leprechauning around.
We'll see how the Palmetto-based teachers do for the teacher dance.
Yes.
But guys, if you want to learn more about Talking Trash, where should they go?
They can go to talkingtrash.com, or you can check out our website, solidwasteauthority.org.
You were honestly famous today. You won the Irish jig. You should feel very proud.
I am very proud. I have no idea how that happened.
It was pure talent, if you ask me.
I think so, yes, I think so.
Okay, well, I've seen you around. We haven't gotten to chat before, but, Talking Trash, we've come to you guys now 5 times this year. You guys have been killing it. It's honestly so impressive. But what do you think makes the biggest difference here at Riverside?
All of our classes are involved. Like, every day, one of our classes is picking up recycling, and we're all taking it to the recycling bin, and the kids are so excited about being a part of something so wonderful to take care of our earth.
Yeah, and obviously in March we talked about going green. What did you think about the celebrations today?
Absolutely loved them. Absolutely loved them, especially the boas.
Those are a lot of fun.
Yes.
Why do you think it's important for us to make recycling as exciting as possible for the kids?
Because since the kids are excited at school, they're taking it home, and their parents are getting the idea that recycling is important.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for what you do. We love it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so now I'm back at Conway Elementary School for Talking Trash, and I'm joined by library assistant, right?
Yes, that's correct. Gail Houlihan. Yes.
So you must love books.
I do.
Any books about recycling?
We have books about recycling in the library, and here at the greatest school on the planet, we actually teach them a lot about recycling. Our kids love it. Obviously, we won.
Yeah, clearly. You guys have won quite some time this year. But have you been able to come to a Talking Trash celebration before? Or
I
is this your first
have.
time?
No, I've been here before.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you think?
It's fun. It's fun. The kids love it, and it's quite loud.
As you can see, the
Yes,
kids
it's
love
quite
it.
loud.
Yeah. Okay, well, are you going to participate in the teacher game today?
Possibly.
Okay,
Yes.
fingers crossed for you.
Yes.
You're going to have to dance.
Okay.
You've been warned.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
This story is sponsored by Horry County Solid Waste Authority. We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Living Local Carolina. My goodness, this is my office for today. I'm out here with Coach Goody. What's up? How are you?
You are in my world, yeah. Doesn't it feel awesome? Check it out. What a day. We're going to play some volleyball in the sand, a little beach volleyball. Are you ready?
I am kind of ready. Let's first talk about what you do and how you got all of these volleyball courts.
Yeah, so super exciting. It was 2013, and my daughter, she was like 13 years old, and she was playing indoor volleyball, club volleyball, and she's like, I played beach, and she always would watch Dad go off and play in these tournaments and stuff. And she's like, Dad, I want to learn to play beach volleyball. Can you teach me? And I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it. And I said, well, we had 3 courts down here at the time. I was like, well, why don't we get your teammates, see if anyone else wants to come? And we started a little club, and we had like 20 kids, and we did a couple months of training, and that's how it started.
And it's grown to be pretty darn big now.
It has. It slowly grew, and really COVID, surprisingly, is what helped it grow, because there wasn't a lot of things going on, but we were allowed to do beach volleyball, and I was kind of one of the first sports that kind of went back out and got the kids going. It was a little scary at first, but once everyone got out there, it was so exciting, and it just blew up. And the tournaments, we had more and more people coming here for the tournaments, and since then it's really grown more and more. So it's exciting.
Love it. And you were saying that this is the kind of sport that's for everybody, you know, all levels, all ages.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody kind of, oh yeah, I love volleyball. You know, they remember in PE playing, and maybe they had 4 on one side, or maybe they had 8, right? So it just kind of depends where you're at, whether you're out at a family picnic or whether you're a professional playing 2-on-2. You know, whether you have 10 on one side and 10 on the other, or 2-on-2. So there's a lot of flexibility, and people just want to play and have a good time. Yeah. So it's fun.
Love it. So for people that might be watching this right now and are interested in playing a game or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, how can they do that? Can they get in contact with you?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, so my website is, I have 2 different, you have grandstrandsand.com, so they can reach out there. And then really, you just come out here. These courts are free to use to the public, so just come out and play. You know, you need a ball, you know, call some friends and get out here and play.
Well, today I am joined by Cecile Walks Peace, an author. I am so happy to talk to you today. How are you doing?
Same here. I'm great. I'm blessed. Thank you for having me.
Well, this is such a treat. We're going to be talking about your book, Gigi's Gems, that you just released this year. This was a huge deal.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it was.
Tell me, there's a story behind this.
There's a story behind Gigi's Gems. Gigi's Gems is loosely based on my mom, Irma Walks, and her bout with dementia. So the story, Gigi's Gems, is a children's picture book, beautifully illustrated by Cameron Wilson, and it's about 3 children and their great-grandmother, their queen, Gigi.
I love it, I love it. So tell me, what was your inspiration to start writing this book? You've been an author for quite some time, right?
I have. So I've done some ghost writing on a few projects, both here and also on the continent of Africa with some friends. And now it's just an opportunity for me to release Gigi's Gems, pretty much to just tell the story of how dementia is affecting our family, to allow our children to have an opportunity to talk about some tough topics.
Tough topics that you illustrate and talk about beautifully, but tell me, how do you make that palatable for children?
So one of the things about children is that if you give them the opportunity to understand, if I can understand it, then with my teaching background, I've been able to teach them how to understand tough topics. So oftentimes it's just an opportunity to empower them, and in this particular story, the children are trying to unlock Gigi's memories. Mm-hmm. And they find that they have to dig a little bit deeper than just on the surface of Gigi's favorite times with them. And it's the youngest one that finds the key to unlock those memories.
Oh.
Yes.
Very interesting. All right, so tell me, for anyone who wants to read this book, where can they purchase it?
They can purchase this book, Target, Amazon. It's purchased online. It's also at Black Sugar and Spice Books. It was picked up as well there. And so it's an online purchase.
And if people want to stay, with you while you write more books in the future, social media?
Yes, social media. Find me on IG as well as on our website, walksinpeace.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I'm Katie Turner, and boy, do we have something going on in the studio today. I'm joined by Wade Johnson, the Director of Bands at Benedict College. How are you?
I am fantabulous, Ms. Turner. Thank you for having me. Shout out to all the Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina. How are you? Home of the BCBOD. Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into it now.
Okay.
You are quite the personality. You have so much experience when it comes to music. This is something that is truly a love for you.
Yes, it is.
Why?
It's a passion because I believe getting started as a late bloomer, I actually believe that is a calling. And when I say my passion, my ministry is what I was called to do because I wanted to do something else. I wanted to be a professional football player, of course. All men in small towns from McClellanville, South Carolina, wanted to be professional athletes. But anywho, due to an injury, trying to play football, and whoop whoop, I saw the band. The band got in the game tree. The band were having a good time. They were eating, and I was like, I think I can do that. And guess what? I didn't have to pay to go in anymore after I joined the band. So
All
basically,
right.
that's how it all started. And from then, our beloved band director, Mr. Lionel Mackey Thomas, he came in somewhere around 72, and I was a senior at 74. So being hurt, wanted to get in the game tree. I was one of the last people to join the band program at Lincoln High School. Shout out Lincoln High School, and I started on trombone.
Okay.
And then eventually, one of my family members, Drexel Ball, who had a trumpet, his mother bought him a trumpet where I was living at in McClellanville on Society Road. He had asthma, so he wouldn't play the trumpet. So what I started doing, I started going upstairs, got it up the case and experimented with it, and then aha moment. An aha moment happened. Mr. Thomas, I took it to him, and he said, you know what, I can teach you really how to do this. And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Yes. Yes.
And you have so many memories over the years.
So many memories over the years. Music I've been blessed because music has not only taken me around the world with several experiences, I've had the experience to perform with some of the greats, namely Dizzy Gillespie, namely James Brown, Fred Wesley and the New JBs, and every now and then Fred still calls me to perform with him. Yes, Fred, if you look up Fred Wesley was, I have to say, one of the greatest funk trombone player, but he was also a fabulous jazz trombonist also. Fred is still performing around the world.
Now,
Yes.
okay, we need to talk about a very specific way that you can perform that not everybody can do. You can actually play two instruments at the same time.
Oh, yes, Frank Motley from Dizzy Gillespie's band. The precursor was this, Joey Morant, the late Joey Morant from Charleston, South Carolina. He had a trumpet that had two bells on it, but one lead pipe. And when I saw him as a kid doing that, I was like, oh my God. I didn't know that was just one horn. So moving forward to late 70s, early 80s, I got to meet Mr. Gillespie and saw his big band. Frank Motley was one of his trumpet players on his big band. Frank Motley actually did it with two trumpets. And I lost my mind. I walked up to him, Mr. Motley, oh, that was awesome. He said, son, you want to learn how to do this? And I almost had a heart attack, but still, with Mr. Motley, I said, yes, sir. You know, small town country boy. I said, that would be something great to learn how to do. So he sat me down. He told me the logistics behind it. And scientifically, guys, the only way to do this, there are about 3 of us in the country, in the world, that can do it. But you have to use both sides of your brains simultaneously.
Well, thanks again for sticking with us here on Living Local Carolina. If you want to stay connected and check out any segments you might have missed, visit our website, wbtw.com/living-local, or scan this QR code using your phone right on the screen.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.